Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now look, so for this one, look at that. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? How about that? How about that? Now, when you see the police walking a casket out of a funeral home into a hearse, that's bold business. Unless it was a natural unless it was a natural death or an accident, a real accident, they gonna come and get your ass. You know what I'm saying? How about that?
Shooting death of an off-duty DC police officer, Denna Campbell. She was found dead in her apartment at just 24 years old. Today, police announced Amir Jalil Ali, formerly known as Kenneth Wansam, is facing charges connected to the shooting. Lionel Donovan joins us from Silver Spring, where this shooting happened 30 years ago. So, Lionel, the man who's been arrested has been connected to this crime before.
That's correct, Leslie. In fact, the court documents outline a toxic relationship between Campbell and Ali, where some of Campbell's fellow officers said that she was actually scared of him to the point where she was sleeping with a gun under her pillow. Since Campbell's death, D.C. Police, Montgomery County Police, and the state's attorney, along with Campbell's friends, have been working every available lead to hunt down Campbell's killer.
I'm so glad we came to this point. I always knew that we would. I never gave up hope.
After 30 years of waiting, Juanita Eggleston's hope is finally paid off. Today, D.C. police leaders and Montgomery County State's Attorney met at the NCPD headquarters to announce that 62-year-old Amir Jalil Ali is...
Look at him. 62 years old. Being brought back on a case from 30 years ago.
Once again charged for the murder for the 1995 death of off-duty D.C. police officer Denna Campbell.
This arrest closes one of the longest-standing cold cases for our department.
Campbell's body was found in her Silver Spring apartment with multiple gunshot wounds. Her service weapon was never recovered. Ali, who was in a relationship with Campbell at the time of her death, was initially charged in 1995. But those charges were later dropped.
I can't speak to what happened before. That was 30 years ago, and I was not part of that conversation.
NPD Executive Assistant Chief Andre Wright described Officer Campbell as an energetic police officer, full of life with a promising career. He highlighted an incident in 1993 when Campbell pulled 4 people out of a burning van, showing her commitment to helping others.
Those actions proved Officer Campbell was ready to place the safety of those in the community above herself.
Meanwhile, Eggleston says even though she's glad to hear about the new charges, she still wishes her friend got to experience all life had to offer.
Everybody that knew her greatly still miss her and wish that she was still here.
Now, Bond.
All right, that's about it on that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is what I got to say, right? So basically, dude and the girl, the female cop, they was in a relationship 30 years ago, back in 1995. Their relationship was real toxic. Of course, dude evidently was crazy because they said the cop had to sleep with her gun under her pillow. You know what I'm saying? Nah, before I go any further, to the cop lady that passed away. No disrespect. But you're a cop. Why couldn't you do anything about this guy? You know what I'm saying? That seemed kind of fishy to me. Why it seemed kind of fishy? It seemed like she liked what was going on. You are a police officer. How is it that you can't handle that yourself? You know what I'm saying? And for this guy to be that crazy to even come at you like that, knowing that you're a police officer. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that sounds like she liked the situation. Again, no disrespect, but that's exactly what it seemed like, what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, right, this dude, he ended up killing her. He killed her, and then he got away with the shit. Well, with that being said, they caught his ass, they brought him in. They brought him in on charges, you know, they going through the court process. They ain't have enough evidence on him, so they let him go. All right, he a free man. He didn't beat this murder. He got away with it. Boom, right? So he didn't live on for the past 30 years. Like nothing happened. He happy, he beat this case, he off girl, he living his life. Well, here it is, 30 years later. Exactly 30 years later. They brought him back in on new charges. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the thing about murders. I done said this plenty of times, but let me say it again. This is why I'm doing a reaction to this video. There is no statute of limitations on a murder, meaning that they can come get you at any time for it and they could recharge you how many times they want you for the same case. So to all the, you guys out there killing people and doing shit like that, let me tell you something. Just because you got away with it right now, that don't mean that it's over with. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is keep on forensic and is that a word? Forensic kin? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But I make up words. Y'all know how I get down. Anyway, they do the forensics over and over and over and they come up with new evidence. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people will step up and tell what happened because they was there, they seen it, things like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, they can come get you at any time. So don't think just because you got away with this murder, oh, it's over with, let me pop a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they can come get your ass at any time. It could be a year from now. It could be 5 years from now. It could be 20 years from now. It could be on your deathbed. You know what I'm saying? There's no statute to this shit. So stop thinking just because you got away with it at this very second, that means that it's over. It's not, man. They will come get you soon as they got enough to get your ass. And they gonna keep on replaying this situation over and over and over until they get some factual evidence that you the one that committed the crime. Now, yeah, cases go cold. Actually, after the first 48 hours, the case go cold. But that don't mean that it's over. You know what I'm saying? So again, to all of the guys out there that's out here whacking shit and all of that, want to take your girlfriend down, whatever the case is, this is my best advice for you. Walk away. Walk away. Get away. If you in the hood and you got ops and all of that shit, and they want to kill you and you want to kill them, get away. Relocate. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I relocated. I got away from the shit. Now, I'm not saying that I had people want to kill me or I wanted to kill them, but at the same time, I knew that shit was real where I was at. So it was just time to relocate. You know what I'm saying? That's just life, man. You gotta relocate. It's a huge motherfucking world out here, man. Stop secluding yourself to a small ass area that will put your ass in an even tinier cage for the rest of your life. And you will be in that cage looking at TV, seeing people out here living their life, traveling all around the world, and you be like, damn, I wish I could have went there. Damn, I wish I could have did that. Damn, I should have did this. But nah, you were secluded to your hood, to your area, to your girlfriend. You were secluded to these negative situations that was bringing you down. Instead of you just getting up and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going on about my business. Nah, you had to prove a point to your girlfriend, to your homies, to your ops, whoever. You had to prove a point. And now it's going to bring your ass to prison for the rest of your life. Again, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow. But if you did that shit, they gonna figure it out one of these days. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. Like on some real shit, niggas in my hood that have been committing murders and shit, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. They catching all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. From shit that happened 10, 15 years ago, they bringing that shit back up. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas thought they got away with it. Nah, come on in, homie. We need to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you did that. But these niggas grown, got kids. You know what I'm saying? They got them little girlfriend. They ain't living their life no more. None of that. They in their business suits on, all type of shit, getting brought in for murders. Yeah, you did that, and we got you. You know what I'm saying? Now you about to lose your life. Your girl don't know what the fuck you done did. She surprised, like, what? You killed this guy 10, 15 years ago? Your kids sad, they crying, and and you just sitting there looking dumb, like, I can't believe this shit. Well, again, let me say this one more time. So all y'all that's out there whacking shit or want to whack some shit, walk away. You know what I'm saying? And if you already whacked some shit, hey, hop on that flight and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because one of them days they can come back and get you. But to y'all that didn't whack some shit and want to, don't do it. Go back to elementary school when they used to tell you if you get into it with somebody, walk away. And we be like, hell no, that's some hoe ass shit. We ain't no bitches. We ain't gonna walk away. We gonna handle that. Woo, woo, woo. Well, look at it now. Here I am, 30 years later from elementary school, reciting that same shit our teacher used to tell us, walk away. Now I'm reciting it to y'all, walk away. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't walk away, you're going to be locked in that cage for the rest of your life, wishing that you did. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no statute of limitation on murders. Always remember that. This video was a clear-cut example of that being the truth. You know what I'm saying? How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.